How old are you?
Well, I'll be 49 here in a couple months.
Yes.
Oh, you're that's on camera.
50 is when.
Is it?
50 is when.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another Key Machine battle. Now this one's gonna be special because we're putting up the Medeco biaxial key machine up against the Framan Key Express with the biaxial attachment. Now this is pretty interesting. You know, I mean, to be directly honest, I've cut a lot of keys over the years on this machine here, this exact machine actually, and I've really never cared for it too much. A lot of mental rotations just to get a key cut. So I'm interested to see how the Key Express does. Now, of course, we have Javon with us. Javon,
Great
welcome.
to be here. Yep, thank you.
And Dad Blockfather, how's it going?
It's going.
All right, so I'm really curious, before we start doing this, just some beginning thoughts here. Like, do you guys, first of all, like cutting Medeco keys on the biaxial machine here?
Well, I do, but it's all I've ever known, really. That's all I've ever used. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Same with me.
Yeah.
So both of you, like if someone's like, hey, you know, we need to cut 200 Medeco keys, there's nothing that goes through your mind at all of like, oh boy, this is gonna be a mental workout.
Well, being dyslexic, it screws with me constantly.
Yeah. Well, and I think the keys are so expensive, you know, when I was a kid cutting keys on this machine and like you mess one up because you don't think for 1 second.
That's right.
And you mess it up, then I'd have to go like, hey, Dad, we gotta mark this one down as a
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
What no, Javon, how about you? Like, I mean, if you're gonna cut 100 keys on this, like, are you feeling like you're gonna have to do like a mental workout?
Yeah, I think it's challenging, of course. I mean, you got a lot of things you have to think about. A lot of the depths, angles, all that stuff. It just all comes into play. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it'll be interesting to see how the Key Express does, really.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead. We got some keys right here, and let's battle it out.
You got your key in?
Got the key in.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, I mean, the time factor was actually fairly even.
Close, yeah. Very
that.
close. Yep.
So Javon, I mean, outside of the other key machine battles on this machine, you have, that's it, right? So you've cut
Right.
what, 3
Probably, yeah.
keys
That's
on this
probably
machine?
all, yeah.
How would you first compare cutting a IC core key or a Schlage key compared to cutting a Medeco on this machine? How much more difficult is it?
Well, the angle thing is really the only thing. The only addition is you got to change the angles. So I feel like there's more to think about. Obviously, when you're doing Medeco, I don't know if you're going to ever get away from that because you got angles, you got depths, you got spacing, so there's more to think about on each one. But it still runs smooth. It still works smooth.
Yeah.
So you don't have the big lever handle you're pulling down. This is a little easier to pull. So if you're going to do a bunch of keys, I suppose this would be easier in that regard. But I still think there's the same amount of stuff you have to think about.
Okay.
I think it would still be mentally challenging. Though I have to say, I don't have a lot of experience on this machine. Would it go faster over time? I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah,
fair.
So
Just another day when it comes to cutting on this one?
Yeah, the old hand's not working correctly today, so was a struggle, pushing and pulling. But
Okay.
other than that, it's a piece of cake. I mean, because you're
It's as
used to it.
usual.
Yeah, I'm used to it. Sounds good. We'll go in and switch
Okay.
and do it again.
All right.
right, now, Joanne, I'm guessing just another day.
Just a standard day. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Now, Dad, let's talk about it. So, I mean, you've only also cut a few keys on this machine, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, you really, after you cut some Schlage and IC Core or SFIC keys on it, you really loved it,
Yeah.
right? And you really loved how you could switch the attachments.
Right.
Now, as far as the biaxial attachment goes, and you doing that, like, how do you like the biaxial attachment?
Yeah, but I screwed this key up, I just noticed,
Okay.
because I here's the space and depth. You know, spacing's here, depth's there, and I was thinking this was the depth. Or the spacing.
Reverse.
Yeah,
okay.
so, you know, that's that dyslexic in me, so, yeah, I screwed the key up, but as Javon says, this is so nice and smooth,
Yeah.
then, you know, pulling down.
Yeah. So I guess the good news is that when it comes to the Key Express, you can switch the attachments out, which can really help cost savings wise. I mean, I don't know how much this machine is today, but it's 2, 3, 4x of what the Key Express is. Right? And you can only do Medico. So it's an option out there. I think it's really cool that the Key Express here is able to add something as complicated as biaxial.
This is more of a universal machine.
Yeah.
For the locksmith who wants to do everything.
Yep.
When I first got in the industry, you had to have a separate machine. There's one other machine what will cut it, but it wasn't available to do biaxial at the time, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It's a very universal machine, which makes it nice, or especially having it on a truck or something like that, where you know it's available. You can actually cut keys out in the field or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, it's definitely worth it. And it's not that. I mean, for us, it's slower. But if I was used to the machine, I wouldn't probably be as slow.
Yeah.
And so you know, I think with practice and time, you're going to be good at it, and so it would be a good, viable machine, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, I would have to say though, I mean, if we're, you know, this is a battle, and so there always has to be a winner and a loser.
Javon!
Right? I mean, I'm gonna let you guys point the fingers on this one. Right?
Javon won, hands up, no hands up or butt.
And for all of you who are watching, we would absolutely love to know your input on the different machines, your experience, and just kind of what you have seen by watching these two machines kind of cut the same key and what that all looks like to you. So we look forward to seeing your comments in the notes below, and make sure that you include the hashtag LockBoss to automatically get entered into one of 5 free prizes we give away each week here on YouTube. Thank you both for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
I'm gonna fix this key.
What do you do?
They're
We
too
might have a lot of
expensive
fixing to do.
to get rid of.